Tay. Now, do you guys? Okay, so this I have to ask this. So, do you guys feel that being police officers, y'all mental health have to be very strong? Because you're dealing with people, you're dealing with your own personal relationship, you're dealing with family, you're dealing with life stuff itself.
We literally had
We literally talked about this today. I was like, oh god.
That's funny.
I got to hear this because this has been one of the things I wanted to ask you guys as long as I've known y'all, the mental situation.
Yeah, I do think like being an officer or being a law enforcement officer, it takes a great degree of like mental fortitude. Like the things that you see and deal with on a daily basis at the job, it's kind of hard to explain. And it's like you constantly see like the worst of society, like over and over and over and over again. So it kind of plays over time. It kind of affects you. So you have to keep that in check. And what was the other part of it?
No, just the mental health, man, that you guys have to deal with just in general.
It's a lot. You have to compartmentalize. You have to try to determine whether or not if this is something that you feel like you could share with like one of your significant others, like one of your family members, or there are some things that you should probably share and you probably don't.
Right.
You know, it's like a gray area. And it's kind of hard to navigate through it, but I think the best way to go about it is like it's like knowing first, like realizing that there's some kind of issue or there's something that you're dealing with, and then addressing it. And I think a lot of times, like doing this line of work, a lot of people they just don't address the issues. So then it like we mentioned before, whenever we had a conversation, like if you don't deal with it over time, it's gonna eat you up. It's gonna explode. It's not gonna be good.
It's almost like you're an exorcist, right? And you go to these different houses and you exorcise demons. But then you try to take all those demons home with you.
Right.
You know, because if what you did was normal, if people acted normal all the time, then they wouldn't call the police, right?
Right.
So when we get there, okay, y'all not acting normal for whatever reason, so we're here to exercise these demons to get y'all back to where y'all are reacting. So look at the demons as sludge. How much sludge do we get on us in a day, and how much can we wipe off? How much can we take home? And then the sludge we take home, it stays home. Wash it off, come back, rinse and repeat, and then it just compiles. You need a way to wash that all away, and that's hanging out, talking to a significant other. But like you said, mental health, sometimes we are the worst, bro, because we don't know how to deal with it.
Right.
We go solve everybody else's problems, but we got nobody to talk to, and nobody wants to ask for help because you seem weak, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And being a black male, we don't talk to begin with. So now you compound that with us being in law enforcement. And it's like
you're down. You're down whichever way you go. And it's crazy because I've been watching just since COVID and everybody's in this whole mental health situation. Mm-hmm. And I do understand it to a certain degree. And then there's part of me that I don't. And now this might be the old school of me saying this, but like I remember growing up as a kid, like I got bullied a lot because I got a gap and I'm short. So like I had to either say something slip back or I had to fight back, one of the two. Yeah. But the thing is, it never came on me to where it's like it became a mental issue. And then if I did have any problems, I always talked to my uncles. I feel with black men, and just men in general, but black men, where we're stuck on like, oh, black men should go talk to somebody, go see a therapist. I'm thinking, where's your uncles? Where's your dad? Where's your grandfather? Like, that's who I had to fall back on if I had issues or had somebody to talk to. Even with my own cousin, I don't think this generation, because of the mental issues and the health that they have right now, they don't have that black older figure in their life anymore like we did when we was growing up. Mm-hmm. Now, am I wrong for saying that or not? I mean, put me in check.
I don't think you're wrong. I think back then they had mental issues.
Exactly.
They just compartmentalized it.
Right.
Same. My grandfather killed himself.
Really?
Yeah. My grandfather committed suicide when I was in boot camp. So that was, to me, that's not an option.
Right.
And then that left us thinking, you know, what did we do wrong? So many questions. To me, and suicide's a big thing, especially with the military, law enforcement. That's the easy way out. I mean, to me at least, because you leave all the questions for those who you left behind.
Right.
You know, so mental health is important. I've been in some pretty dark places, you know, and I never thought about killing myself or anything like that. But faith is another thing. Like, we don't go to church as much as we used to.
Yeah.
You know, coming up, that was another way, another avenue to get that stuff off. You going to church, that fellowship, talking to people, stuff like that. The world is so small now. We go to okay, I go to church on my phone. I can watch it on my phone.
Right.
You don't have that. Hey, what's up, man? How you been? What's going on? Oh man, this going on. That's going on. It's different now. So, church is the biggest reason because back in the day,
Right.
we were all we lived at church.
Monday.
Right, we lived at church. So
Sunday.
that church was our therapy.
Right.
Now we don't have that.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
You know?
So when you guys getting ready to go home after work, how do you mentally prepare yourself to walk into your house? And then before you clock in at work, do y'all actually like, let me sit in the car for like 5 minutes just to get my thoughts together before you walk into the working doors?
Me personally, I don't really think much of it. I was like, okay, yes, time to go to work. I put my uniform on, just go to work. I don't really think about it. And when I go home, I just make sure I take my boots off before I go in the house because ain't no telling what all I done walked through or been through throughout that entire shift. And I don't want to bring that inside my house.
Gotcha.
And that's pretty much it. I don't think much of it.
Jerry?
Well, but you realize too, when we get home, everybody's asleep.
Yeah.
Right.
When we leave, ain't nobody there. So, yeah, the same. But when I was on day shift, it is a little different. Come home, you got to sit in the car a little bit. And on the drive home, I had a long drive home. So you decompress. That's why I'm glad I live far away because as I'm driving home, I'm decompressing, all this stuff. Because at work, you go through dangerous situations. You don't have time to think, oh, man, I could die right now. You
Right.
think about that on the drive home, like, damn, I really could have died today.
Right.
And then you can't go home and tell your significant others that.
Right.
Because you don't want them worrying. I remember one time I left my house and my son, I think it was like 5 or 6, and he's like, "Are you gonna get shot today, Dad?" That's what he asked me. So how do I respond to that? Because if I say no, I get killed.
Right.
Now my dad's a liar. So how do you respond to that? So I told him, I said, "Well, I hope not, son. I mean,
Right.
Daddy's gonna be okay. I mean, hopefully I won't get hurt." You know,
That's-
it's crazy.
Even hear you say that, man, it's like I've seen that conversation played out in a movie or TV show
Yeah.
before, but that's actually real life that's happened to you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. What's the most craziest thing that you guys have been a part of while being on duty? When I say crazy, I ain't trying to say get all nasty with it, but just something just funny. I know you because I know y'all got some nasty stories, some crazy stories.
It's kind of hard because like you see so much throughout the years, like your definition of crazy and mine are not even the same. So it's like I don't even know. I can't pinpoint to like one specific scenario where I'm like, wow, that's like super crazy because I see weird stuff all the time.
Graveyard, the lady in the graveyard.
Oh,
Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy.
I like that.
Yeah.
You like, oh, hold up now.
Yeah, because
I
my
forgot
African
about that.
senses were tingling. I was like,
yeah.
Oh, what happened? What happened?
hey.
Yeah, so pretty much we got flagged down about this lady who was in I guess she was in the graveyard and she was like completely nude and she wasn't like she was coherent and everything. She was she was awake. She wasn't like unconscious, but she was just like staring up and like she wouldn't respond to anything you said.
Explain the story wrong. No, we got that call. We looked at it. We're like, oh hell no. We were like, nah, this can't be legit.
This wasn't no Halloween night or nothing like that.
No, it's just
All
One
right.
off a
regular call. So we're like,
Tuesday,
we're
Wednesday.
like, nah,
whatever.
man, this can't be real. So I look at it, and then we on the way. I'm like, it's bullshit. It's bullshit. This ain't. We get there, and we see people looking. I'm like, this ain't nothing. We didn't go in the graveyard because we black. We ain't going to no graveyard. We say, hey, wait a minute, hold on now, because who died first in the movies?
Black
we
people.
do. So when we get the flashlight, I'm like, oh, damn, she in there. So we go in there, and she's laying like this.
Oh, hell no.
And staring. Just
Right. So I see her. Now I'm looking around like, all right, what's gonna jump out? I'm like, clothes over there, and she's young.
yeah.
Obviously not homeless. She on something, man. But we're talking to her, and she just looking at like the Joker smile, just out of there. And I'm like, paramedics came, picked her up. She's still.
Zooted, just damn.
I don't. But from the way she was looking, bro, to be honest, I don't think that was drug related. I think that was more so like mental health. Well, I put it this way: I'm a believer. I'm a Christian, and I think that was more so like on the demonic side. If you ask me, it's plain simple.
Yeah.
So, do you believe in ghosts or spirits or both?
I believe in like spirits and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like that was definitely one of those situations.
You gotta
But she
believe.
was-
I mean, it's all demons. I believe, like you said, I believe in demons and stuff, man. Because I've seen Because a lot of times when we deal with people, we're not dealing with, like, I'm not dealing, say if I get a call with you, I'm not dealing with buckwheat. I'm dealing with whatever demon you have inside of you at that moment.
Right.
Because obviously you're not acting yourself. So when I'm communicating with you, my job is to, of course, like at a traffic stop, you cuss me out, you yell at me, spit at me, not spit at me, but like be all belligerent and cursing. Yeah. That ain't you. That's somebody else. That's something else. So my job is to try to negotiate at first. Don't, because if I spit back, I'm giving you that same negative demonic energy.
Right.
That's what it is, bad energy, man. But if I come at you with some other energy, which I've been pretty successful with him too, then we leave on the same note where I've calmed you down. We have an understanding now. You might agree with me, I might agree with you, but now I'm talking to you as the man, not as your representative of the man you wake up on top of every day.
Right.
So
that's crazy because I was watching was it Pelican 1, 2, or 3? It was the one with Denzel Washington and it was dealing with the spirit that was jumping from body to body. I can't think of the name of the movie on top of my head. Jesus Christ. But anyways, when you made that comment, that was the first thing that came to my mind was that movie. And I feel like sometimes when you guys pull people over, it's either are they that uptight or they're that scared or they're just that pissed off or angry at the world to where they just act negatively towards you guys.
I think a lot of the times it's not like us individually that they're attacking, but they could be frustrated with whatever situation they may be dealing with at the moment because people go through stuff every day. It's
Right.
hard out here, and I get it. And this is like one more thing they got to deal with on top of all the other things they probably got to deal with, and I get it. Nobody wants to be, hassled by the police or whatever, but I mean, at the end of the day, it is what it is.
Right.
I think also, just to double back on the demonic thing, like a lot of times when I'm on duty, you'll find people in the same areas doing the same thing, and that's like another telltale sign to me that there's like some kind of demonic possession going on because they don't like a lot. I feel like the demonic spirits, they don't like to leave certain areas. So like if you ride through certain areas, you'll find that same person, acting erratic in the same exact spot like daily. You know what I'm saying? We work our shift is we work 4 days and then we're off 4, and all 4 days I probably find this person in the same spot doing the same thing. So it's definitely spiritual warfare.
Has it gotten worse since COVID? You think?
It's hard to say. I think it's pretty much the same, but I think over time, it's getting worse and worse, and I feel like that being, I feel like society in general is kind of, what's the best way to put this? Allowing themselves to be influenced more and more.
Right.
There's more, I guess, bad things being pushed out to the society rather than good, and it takes its effect, and you can see it.
No, I definitely agree with that 100% because I find myself lately, I try not to put anything negative on my socials. I try to put out funny stuff. I mean, we get chastised for talking about skinny people, fat people, people that don't have money, people have money, the way men dress, the way women dress, or the transgender whole world, which that's a whole totally different topic situation by itself. But it's just like we just get chastised. And sometimes the stuff is just funny. I mean, because I know with you guys working in Ybor City and other parts of the Tampa Bay area, there's always going to be that one homeless person that you see all the time.
Yeah.
That you come familiar with all the time.
The regulars.
And see, you call them the regulars. That's crazy.
You know them on first and last name. You call their name, they go looking at you. Yeah. Like, what's up?
So with the regulars, that like you just said, Jerry, do you let them guys slide every once in a while? Or do you arrest them every time they do something stupid?
No, slide.
Why is that?
It depends, though. It depends. I mean, that's just like if you pull somebody over, you're going to write them a ticket or give them a warning.
Right.
The same thing because and some things, arresting does not help.
Yeah.
It makes it worse.
Yeah.
Like on a traffic stop, you have education or discipline.
Right.
If I can educate the person and let them know this is what you did wrong, they get it, cool. But if you take another direction and you don't understand, it's a citation. But if you gotta look at it this way too, if arresting people worked, we wouldn't still be in this struggle we're in now.
No, true.
So it's not working. And like he said, it's spiritual warfare. And I think a lot of people forget about that.
I never even thought about that till you just said it.
Oh, it is. Totally is, man. Because we've dealt with people that's been crazy one day on some stuff. Next day, they don't know what the hell happened. They're like, "Oh, how you doing?" I'm like, "You were just naked yesterday, playing with yourself in the street, like legit playing with yourself." And I'm like, "Wow." It's
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. During a traffic routine stop, how often between 1 and 100% you let people slide, or you just get a warning?
97.3.
Yeah.
Really?
We're not really ticket writers for the most part. If it falls within policy for them to have a ticket, issue to them, cool. But outside of that, like, you can talk to somebody one-on-one.
Right.
They cool. They understand they messed up. Our primary role is to educate people. You know what I'm saying? Not to hammer them. And like I said, people are already going through enough as it is. A citation won't help. Now, some people, they deserve a citation. They done been warned multiple times. You run them in the system. You see they got multiple warnings for the same thing. Yeah, give them a citation. But outside of that, if they being a knucklehead and they don't have a bunch of warnings for the same issue, and they understanding that whatever they did, they messed up and it's not egregious, give them a warning. I mean, it is what it is.
So if a woman got some big old titties and her tags is out, is she getting the ticket, or you gonna let her slide?
Wait. You say her tag is out, like expired?
Expired tags, yeah.
Like, less than 6 months, more than 6 months.
More
than 6 months is criminal. I'm just saying,
Oh, so it's a 6 months grace period then?
If it's over 6 months, it's criminal. It's a misdemeanor.
Yeah.
Really?
Even one on that too.
I did not know that.
After warning, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I got to tell y'all, I did something stupid. First of all, I corrected it, but I just want to see how long I can get away with it. So my birthday is in March. So I got my expiration tag to put on my sticker, right? I said, I'm going to ride around and see how long it's going to get before I get pulled over. It got so bad that I ended up getting 2 tickets. Ugh. Parking, though. A parking person gave me a ticket because the tag was expired. I'm like, I didn't know that eBoard City can give you a ticket for your expired parking tags. Now, I knew you can get a ticket for getting pulled over. That part I knew. Mm-hmm. But I didn't know how long it would be before I got pulled over by police. I was like, well, it's here in my glove compartment. I forgot. I think I would have got let go. If not, I could be able to fight it.
So you paid for it. You just didn't put the sticker
Exactly.
We can tell.
Yeah.
When you're on a tag, we see it.
Yeah, we know.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I don't know about the parking division. I'm not sure if they
I got one before, too. I forgot to put the sticker on mine.
Right.
I registered it. It was already, and I'm like, you mother.
So essentially, it's like an improper display, so to speak, because you're supposed to have the updated decal on there.
Exactly,
so
the
decal.
decal.
Some games and they'll know that your stuff up to date.
Have you guys ever let somebody go that was speeding?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Me, yeah.
It just depends on how fast they were.
Honestly, everybody human. I speed. As long as you're not doing like 110 miles an hour and something egregious,
35 or something crazy,
something like that. It's on the officer. And back to what you said about the getting out of tickets. I was in a traffic crash, and she thought she was getting a ticket for whatever reason. So I remember I was walking back to her car, and she done pulled her skirt up. So hey, so you can right. And then she did the shirt thing.
Right.
In my head, I'm laughing because I'm like, she has no idea she's not getting a ticket. So when I tell her, I'm like, hey, here's a copy of this, copy of that. No citation, no ticket. She's like, oh, okay. I'm like,
it's too late now.
Yeah.
I just saw your goods. Mm-hmm. What made you guys get into becoming a police officer?
For me, when I was a kid, I used to watch Cops growing up, and then I used to watch X-Files too. So I was like, maybe I might go the Fed route. But as time progressed, I was like, okay, let me do law enforcement. That's pretty much what sparked my interest, watching Cops when I was a kid.
Really? Cops?
The bad boys.
That's all I'm about to say. Yeah, the bad boys.
Yeah.
Wow. Jerry, what about you, dog?
I used to hate police officers. I know, right?
That's the complete opposite of what Maurice just said.
Project baby, though.
Oh, damn.
But, I mean, yeah, I used to hate police officers. Like, and growing up, my mom, domestic violence. My brother's dad used to beat on my mom all the time. So watching that grow up, she never called the police, just that feeling of helplessness. So we moved to Tampa. And I was harassed a couple times by the police over here. It was just stupid stuff, man, stupid stuff. And I remember I got pulled over for speeding. I was doing like 10 over. I got a ticket. I was like, you motherfucker. And then there was this one cop. I was driving. Me and my friends were in the car, 2 of my buddies. Black female officer, rolled past. We looked at her like, damn, she kind of cute.
Right.
She spent the block, came back, pulled us over. Everybody out the car. Next thing I know, 3 more cars behind us. They pulled us out of the car, search us, search the car. They drove off. The cops drove off. She's like, I thought you stole it. And then she left. I was like, what?
What?
Yeah. Bro, profile like a yeah, profiling. Pretty much profiling because she saw 3 young black males in the car. We were looking at her. So me being a cop now, the look we gave her is like, oh, shit, it's the police.
It's a felony stare.
Right. That look you give, like, so if you, yeah, I guess the felony stare. But
But still, though, I mean, a stare is a stare. You don't know what type of stare it
You
is.
still need a reason. She
Exactly.
had no damn reason.
Exactly.
If I get the stare, I'll see it and I'll run a tag. Okay, they straight. I'm gone. Whatever.
Yeah.
But bro, she pulled me over, searched my car. I had ammo in the car because I was in the Marines, you know, but no gun.
Right.
But that pissed me off. So I had a choice to make. Am I gonna be pissed off and angry, or am I gonna try to join the department or be a police officer, try to change other people's minds, and so no other person goes through this, black, white, or indifferent. So that's what I did. So I turned that anger and frustration into something positive, as opposed to letting it get to me and eat away at me.
You guys have this image of being bad cops a lot because of social media. And I think it's gotten worse since the George Floyd situation and every situation that happened before him and after him. And even hear you say what you just said right now, like you just said, fuck the police. Like you really just didn't, I
still say it sometimes. I get mad. Hey, I'm just being honest. You gotta be honest because you see people do stupid stuff and like,
right.
God damn, you're a fucking idiot.
Right.
So yeah, I still say it. I mean, but I'm not saying like police in general.
Right.
I'm saying that specific person.
That situation,
right,
I got you. No, I
mean, it's okay to say it.
Right. I mean, it wasn't okay to say it in the 80s.
They made a whole rap song about it.
That's what I'm saying. But this thing,
I know.
Yeah, I just think it's just it's crazy for your background to be in that situation and still become a police officer.
Yeah.
That blows my mind a little bit because some people get caught up not just saying the words, but then also living those words. Mm-hmm. And you did the complete opposite of that. So how do you even shine a light on kids that you pull over now in a situation that they're gonna be like, oh, here come this nigga. Like, I know you get it. I know both of y'all get it, bro. But the thing is, like, y'all either have a choice. Either I'm going to arrest you because you did something, or you have a record or something that just came up, or we're gonna have this conversation so you can move on with your life.
Pride, the biggest thing, if you take out these traffic stops on both sides, if you take pride out, that'll eliminate a lot of these situations. Because that's what it is.
Is that from both sides?
I think so, yeah. Because when I pull somebody over, they're like, what? Oh, you fuck with me? You doing this, you doing that? Why stop me? Because I'm black. That's all pride talking, man. Like, you upset that I pulled you over. Negative pride back. Oh, how dare you challenge my authority? That's my pride now.
Right.
Now, we're both going at it. But the only thing is, I can make you pay, literally. But you can't do nothing to me but complain. You see what I'm saying? So when we get to that car and they see us, oh, here comes this Uncle Tom and all this other bull crap. And I'm like, bro, this is why I stopped you. This is what's going on. I ain't do that shit. I ain't do this. I explained it to them.
Right.
And they calmed down and said, hey, man, I don't know who you dealt with before, but I'm not them. Because right now you're stereotyping. He's like, no, I'm not. I said, okay, so you're black, I'm black. What if I told you all black people are crackheads? You can't say that. You saying all cops are assholes? Ah, shit. Got him. Now we're back to talking normally. Right. And we're good.
So basically, the way you just delivered to me is like you guys have to control the temperature between the two parties.
Yeah. And the biggest way is to control your emotions first. Yeah.
Right.
Because if you see somebody stops, somebody start arguing, next thing you know what the cop doing? Yelling right back. So who and back spirits, who winning? Who winning? The devil down there saying,
yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Keep going. Keep going. You know? And for pride on my side too, you can curse at me, you can yell at me. You're not mad. You're not yelling at me because I'm a black man or you're under uniform.
Right.
That's who you mad at. So I don't take it personal because you're yelling at the badge. You're not yelling at me as a person. So that's how it's easy for me to deal with it.
Yeah.
You know?
Because they don't even know us personally.
No, they don't.
So it's obviously they're yelling at, what the badge represents.
Well, do you guys ever see a situation where y'all can recruit somebody when you guys are actually just patrolling around or just having a conversation with somebody who's just stopping up to you just talk to you guys?
Oh, every day. I tell them all the time. They come up to me, hey, man, they'll ask about, the department and whatnot. I'll be like, go ahead, bro, do it. I recommend you do it. plain and simple. I don't believe in like coulda, shoulda, woulda, whatever. If you feel like that's something, an avenue that you might possibly want to take, try it and see if it's for you. If it's not, it's not. But I always advocate for it.
You get good police officers, man.
Yeah.
What's the qualification now to become a police officer? I mean, of course, you can't have like a crazy background record, right?
Yeah. It depends on different agencies have different like minimum requirements, but I believe through the state of Florida, you have to be 19? Have a high school degree.
Okay.
I mean, high school diploma. I'm sorry.
Some out for college. Some.
Yeah. Some
wherever you're looking at going, go on that website and look at the qualifications.
Right.
At the minimum, like you said, it's
you gotta be 19 and you gotta have a diploma.
Yeah.
Now,
no felonies.
Now and then with your criminal record, like I said, that varies amongst agencies. Some agency might take you if you had X, Y, and Z. Some won't. Some run your credit. Some run, all kind of different things. So
check your social media.
Yeah, check your social media. So this just depends on the agency.
I feel like every department now checks all you guys' social media now more than anything else because the world that we live in is just like, let me see what they've said in the past. Maurice, do you feel that you have changed a lot of people's lives since you've been a police officer?
It's kind of hard to say because a lot of people I interact on a daily basis. Some people, like I interact with them like once and then I won't see them again. So I honestly don't know how, if I positively impacted them. Only way I would know is if I see them again later on or something.
Really?
Yeah.
How long you been an officer?
It'll be 5 years for me in February.
Oh, so you okay? Jared, how long you been an officer then?
It'll be 16 in January.
So would you
like that? Why you do like that?
Because I ain't gonna lie. I thought you were gonna say about like 20 years. That's what I was thinking. I ain't even gonna lie to you, dog. I've known you for a minute. That's just saying. I was on the street team when I ran into your ass. So that's how long I've known you. But so would you still consider yourself? I ain't gonna say a rookie, but still like in rookie mode? Because I'm thinking to myself like some stuff I've seen when I'm like show prepping in the radio in the past, and I see like, oh, a rookie did this, and he's only been an officer like maybe a year or two. Like, do you see the growth for yourself from that first couple years to where you're at right now?
I honestly do, and I always tell people too, like being a cop, every year is like dog years. Like 1 year is like 7. So with me having about 5 years coming up, like I've seen quite a bit within my 4 and some change coming up to 5 years. So I don't consider myself a rookie, but I'm not like a veteran. Every day is like a chance for you to learn. I still make mistakes, things that I can be, improve on and stuff like that. So I don't think I know everything either. So I try to just be as humble as possible. Try to, take things one day at a time and try to learn from every given situation and try to refresh myself on things that I haven't, worked or done in a while, So, I don't consider myself a rookie, but, I'm not a know-it-all or nothing like that either.
Got you. So there are things that people joke about you guys about all the time, just in the streets or on the social media. Now, do y'all really eat donuts on a daily basis?
Hey.
Donuts and cookies.
He's a bad influence. I don't mean cookies too. What happened? What happened last week on our last day? No. Hold on. Ask him what happened last day at work. Ask him.
Excuse me, Mr. Maurice. What happened last week?
Ask what he did. What he did.
So after this call, I was like, man, I'm gonna swing by Publix and get what they call cinnamon fries. It's pretty much like cinnamon rolls.
Yeah.
So I went there and I was like, dang, so they didn't have none. So
and what was Jerry saying, bro? Let's go.
Let's just go. I was like, no, man, I done came in here. I got to leave out here with something.
I'm getting something. Yeah. Hey.
So normally I get the glazed donuts, the 6 count. but the box
that was last time, man. He made me eat 2.
Hey, but the box they had in there, the donuts look kind of dry. So I'm like, man, I ain't finna play with those. So I'm looking around. I see some cookies, and I'm like, these cookies look kind of tight. And they're like chocolate chip cookies, but they had like sugar sprinkles. I was like, I ain't never seen this before. So I grabbed those. They were hitting.
Then he go.
Come on. I offered him some, and he
so I
say
bit it.
no.
I was like, damn, this shit good. Hey, let me get another one. Hey, they were gone in like 10 minutes.
I ain't gonna lie, Publix do got some good cookies though, and them donuts out the chain. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm surprised with donuts are good.
Bro, listen, I was talking to somebody about this maybe about a month ago. Like, Publix donuts to me are better than Krispy Kremes.
Those,
yeah. I don't like the texture.
Me neither. They're too.
It's like thin.
It tastes kind of hollow. Like I don't like the.
It's something about it. I just like the Publix donuts a whole lot better than Krispy Kremes. That's just my preference.
And they're wet too.
I
was gonna say so.
That glaze is right. Hey.
Oh, motherfuckers. I'm so done.
Oh, man.
Oh, bro. So do you guys get catered a lot too when you guys are out and about? Like if you guys go do lunch somewhere, somebody like a pay the tab or
Sometimes, yeah.
the restaurant. So people actually do that.
Some people
Sometimes,
do
yeah.
that.
Okay, so we can say that's one of the perks of becoming a police officer if anybody's watching this right now.
No, that is not a perk. You know, that we say no, but so what they'll do is they'll pay and
Right.
then they're gone.
They'll leave.
They'll
So
leave. So we can't say
can't
like
do
no.
nothing.
The server come and say, hey, you know, they paid your tab, so we just leave whatever the bill amount was for the tip.
Yeah.
So
That's dope.
yeah,
I'm not
So
gonna lie.
it's good for the service.
No, it is. I mean,
so-
shoot. I mean, that's free lunch for y'all at the end of the day. On that, it's a 12-hour shift, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
12-hour shift. Now, being that you guys work the Bay Area, and I'm gonna focus on e-board right now. How often do women come up to you guys talking about trying to either get your number or try to take a picture? And if they ask to take a picture, do y'all like, all right, fuck it, we'll take it with you? Just like, no, I'm good.
Well, just in patrol, it happens.
Right.
You can be on a call and somebody will come up or visit from the country or something like that, and it's up to you. I mean, it's nothing crazy like
Right.
doing nothing stupid because really, wherever you work, you're an ambassador for your
Yeah, you see that
whatever
you
city you work
represent,
for, whatever agency you work for. That's who you you represent. That city, that county, or that state, or whatever. So you want to do it in a positive light. You don't be like, get away from me.
Right.
type deal.
So.
So
Well, I know one girl, she almost, this one chick I met a couple of years ago, she almost got arrested because she was going to touch the horse.
oh, you can't touch that's like going to try to touch a dog. Like, come on, man. You gotta. They're probably drunk too.
Oh, there she was.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was.
There
And
you go.
sometimes they do let people touch the horse, I'm pretty sure, but yeah,
It just depends on the
the
officer too, though, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
if they say no, it's no. Just leave it alone. Let it be.
It's because we was leaving, I ain't going to say what club we was leaving any board, and she was drunk, one of my homegirls, and she was like, oh, there's a horse. I'm going to go touch it. I'm like, I don't think you should do that. Like I said, just chick that I just met some months ago. I'm like, you know what? Go right ahead. I just want to see what's going to happen.
See, you sitting there like this.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, here you go.
I should have. I wasn't even thinking about it though. But she went to go touch, and the officer it was a female officer too. And she was like, you can, I forgot how she said it, but she said, you almost got arrested. But she said, I'm going to let you slide. Because she knew she was drunk. So, of course, that's when I went in and like, yo, let's go. Because you better
Now
not
you
go
want
to
to be the hero.
I'm the hero regardless because she's drunk. She ain't going to remember the shit.
You're right. She got arrested.
Oh, no, she would've-
You the villain.
I'll be like, who you want me to call? Because I'm not bailing your ass out. But no, but like, what's the most crazy thing you guys seen in the e-board?
Just drunks.
Like what? Like maybe taking a shit in the middle of e-board?
You see that anywhere in the street.
Yeah.
In e-board? I've
No,
never.
I'm talking about just like out in general. You see
Right.
It's kind of out in general anywhere.
So there's nothing that stands out that happened in e-board at all. Because I know everybody, when the club closes, everybody's either trying to get the Mac on or get pizza or making their way to the car or whatever, whatnot. Nothing stupid, funny.
Yeah, because I mean, club, well, like working off duty, not in e-board, but just different clubs. You see crazy stuff. But
Right.
Nothing out of the ordinary there.
That's crazy. Now, with the stand your ground law, with the situation that happened in e-board, and I'm not going to direct it towards that. I know the dude is probably going to end up using, because he turned himself in, correct? With the shooting that happened in e-board.
I think so.
I think.
Yeah. So I heard that through the socials and stuff that I read the article, he's going to use stand your ground. How, from you guys' perspective, can y'all dial in a little bit more on stand your ground? Because if I feel that I'm getting threatened with somebody that's cussing me out or about to hit me, and then I hit you back and you die, is that stand your ground?
It depends on the situation, though.
Right.
And the biggest fear about the old concealed carry now that you don't need a concealed weapons permit is, unfortunately, just talking about in generalization. People get in fights. Instead of using their fists, they pull their guns down.
Right.
So if you think you're going to get beat up, say I'm getting ready to fight some dude my same size, he come to punch me, I shoot him. That's not standing